Get ready for the biggest Western Conference Finals matchup possible. The Thunder are on an incredible 8-0 run, and they are facing the Spurs in a clash that promises fireworks. We dive into the injury report and the game plan as we look at the matchup between Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Victor Wembanyama, the MVP against the runner-up, and the best offense left against the most disruptive defensive player in the postseason. Williams and Ajay Mitchell, and how their production could completely change this contest. We break down the Spurs' path forward and give you our final prediction for the Thunder versus the Spurs, so don't miss a second of this action. The Western Conference Finals pits the undefeated Thunder against the Spurs in a marquee matchup featuring Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Victor Wembanyama. Game 1 is set for Monday, May 18, at 8:30 p.m. ET at the Paycom Center. The core contest boils down to the MVP against the runner-up, and the best offense against the most disruptive defense in the postseason. The Thunder enter the game 8-0, boasting an elite playoff offense that has outscored opponents by 12 points per 100 possessions, driven by Gilgeous-Alexander's efficiency and balanced team play. On the Spurs side, Victor Wembanyama remains the focal point, averaging 20.3 points, 10.7 rebounds, 4.1 blocks, and 2.4 assists in 10 playoff games. His presence creates a massive defensive swing, changing offensive metrics significantly. A 14.8-point difference in scoring per 100 possessions when he is on the floor. Injury updates show Thomas Sorber is out for the season, while De'Aaron Fox and Luke Kornet are questionable due to ankle and foot soreness, respectively. Crucially, Jalen Williams is available for the Thunder, returning after missing 6 games with a left hamstring strain, which is expected to inject new energy into the roster. The Thunder possess a significant advantage in depth, with starters holding a +11.3 net rating in the playoffs, and reserves showing a +7.8 rating. Jalen Williams' return adds another wing creator and defender, potentially neutralizing the Spurs' singular focus on Wembanyama. Strategic adjustments for the Thunder will focus on spacing Wembanyama, utilizing Chet Holmgren to pull him out of the paint, and forcing Gilgeous-Alexander to attack the middle with drives into kickouts and weak-side threes, rather than constant rim attempts. The Spurs' game plan centers on forcing the Thunder into more floaters and mid-range jumpers, leveraging Wembanyama's ability to bend the game defensively. Key Spurs variables include De'Aaron Fox, who has shown resilience despite ankle soreness, and Stephon Castle, who adds necessary size at the guard position. The Spurs can use this combination to challenge the Thunder's smaller lineups and attack the perimeter. However, the biggest vulnerability for the Spurs is turnovers. The Thunder's transition defense is stifling, and live ball mistakes against the Thunder's lineup could prove fatal. Thunder X factors include Jalen Williams, whose return could provide secondary creation, and Ajay Mitchell, who has shown high production even when playing in bench units. Conversely, Fox's availability dictates the Spurs' ability to generate second-level offense. Luke Kornet's minutes are important for providing structural size for the Spurs' bench. Despite the Spurs' potential to force a tight game through Wembanyama's defensive prowess, the Thunder are favored due to their superior rest, depth, and the return of Jalen Williams. The prediction leans toward a Thunder victory, with a projected score of Thunder 114, Spurs 110. San Antonio Spurs players De'Aaron Fox and Luke Kornet are listed as questionable for Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals against the Oklahoma City Thunder tomorrow night due to ankle soreness. Fox is dealing with right ankle soreness, while Kornet is listed with left foot soreness. Both players are currently questionable for the matchup. Fox had previously been questionable late in the series against the Wolves, but managed to play through the discomfort. This status update comes ahead of a high-stakes game in the Western Conference Finals. Sacramento Kings veterans Mike Brown and De'Aaron Fox are reportedly just 8 wins away from an NBA championship, a milestone achieved just 1 season after their tenure with the team. In a recent discussion, Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross delved into their reflections on the duo's journey and the broader influence of coaching within the NBA. The conversation focused heavily on the significant impact, or lack thereof, that various coaches have exerted throughout the league's history, offering an in-depth analysis of coaching strategies and their role in team success. De'Aaron Fox's resilience and unspoken leadership have been highlighted by his teammates during the San Antonio Spurs postseason run. Despite battling a nagging right ankle issue dating back to a tweak in the Western Conference semifinals against the Minnesota Timberwolves, Fox has maintained his presence, going through the postseason without missing a game. Teammate Keldon Johnson publicly acknowledged Fox's toughness during Games 5 and 6, stating, "For him to go out there and put his body on the line, it means so much to us. He's tough as nails. He really set the tone for us even though he was on a bum ankle." Fox's performance was crucial in the series-clinching victory over the Timberwolves, where he finished with 21 points, 8 of 10 shooting, and 9 assists, helping the Spurs secure a 139-109 win. Head coach Mitch Johnson echoed this sentiment, praising Fox's durability, noting, "He's one of the toughest guys in the league. He doesn't miss any games. He's one of the guys he doesn't talk about pain much, doesn't show much." In his 11 playoff appearances, Fox averages 18.8 points, 3.5 rebounds, 5.8 assists, and 1.1 steals over 33.3 minutes per game. Looking ahead, the Spurs prepare for their best-of-7 series against the Oklahoma City Thunder starting Monday at the Paycom Center. Fox is listed as questionable for the upcoming game. Should he be unable to play, Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle are expected to carry a heavier load for the team.